Hi, welcome to another IELTS video. In this lesson we're going to look at how to respond when given a table in IELTS Academic Task 1. If you find this video helpful, visit my blog at IELTS.com and join us at the forum IELTSnetwork.com. As you know, the first step when engaging your Academic Task 1 is to understand the question. So here on the screen we see a table and we are instructed to summarize the table, write at least 150 words. This data source illustrates the average number of hours allotted to different leisure activities carried out by people in Ottawa in the year 2009. The table divides this data across 6 age groups. So ages 13 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and ages 60 and older. So to identify the trends within this table, we are going to have to break the information down into broad and minor details. And after we kind of go through this mental exercise, it's much easier for us to piece the information back together in a logical written representation of what we see. So the table reveals that there are significant differences between the trends for each pastime. So for example, the trend of reading appears to be quite linear and grows in popularity in tandem with age. However, trends for internet, computer, and TV use and socializing appear to decrease as age increases, which is a trend that's true until the age of 60 plus when the trend reverses. The trend for exercise appears to do the opposite. So average hours increase with age and dip among those 50 years of age and older. So it is clear that there aren't too many common trends between these different pieces of data. And this may make describing the table and drawing comparisons difficult. In fact, it looks as though we may want to dedicate a paragraph to each of these varying trends because they are so different from each other. Okay, so the first paragraph, like we were saying, is going to be just kind of a broad declaration of what the information shows. So the table illustrates how leisure time was spent in Ottawa among different age groups in the year 2009. Okay, and in the second sentence we want to share some sort of broad detail or broad trend that is apparent in the data. So the popularity of most activities appears to vary, we could say widely, between ages. Okay, now let's start by looking at internet, computer, and television use and the manner in which it declines in popularity as age increases. So at 42 monthly hours, we might say, when referring to the first figure there for people aged 13 to 19, internet, computer, and television use among teenagers, I guess, would be an accurate word to describe 13 to 19 years old. It's the highest figure across the 6 different age groups. So was the highest for all age groups in 2009. Okay, this number was only 32 for those aged 20 to 39 and 27 for those maybe for 40 to 49. Sorry, I'm going to stick those in again. For those 40 to 49 years of age. Okay, so this number was only 32 for those age 20 to 39, and 27 for those 40 to 49 years of age. Now, this, if you see in the table there, I've grouped so the age groups 20 to 29 and 30 to 39 because they are the same figure, and I think that's the only place in the entire table where we see something like that, where we see a repetition of a value. So I guess we've talked about the highest, so let's talk about the lowest rate of engagement for this pastime was seen among those 50 to 59 years of age at 25 monthly hours. A figure of 36 monthly hours was recorded for those 60 and older. Okay, so we're just kind of running through the data one by one. Okay, so let's talk about exercise. So we could say the popularity of exercise. Now this is different in that it seems to grow in popularity through 4 of the 6 age groups. So we might use some transition like however, moved in tandem with age. Let's see, as figures of 15, 17, and well, I guess we have 4 of them, right? 22 and 23 monthly hours were noted for the first 4 age groups in the table. Okay, and then we might point out that the remaining values are significantly smaller. So significantly smaller, let's see, what are those values? 18 and 15. So significantly smaller values of 18 and 15 monthly hours are seen among those 50 to 59 years of age, and 60 and those 60 and older respectively. Okay. Great. So moving on to reading. Now reading is the one pastime that actually seems to have a somewhat linear trend. It starts at 16 and it just gets more and more popular as people in Ottawa, as the age groups in Ottawa go up. So we might say something like the popularity of reading increased in an even more linear manner. In order of age group, so let's just group them all together, 16, 21, 22, 24, 24, 26, and the final value, and 33 monthly hours were, say, reported in 2009. Okay, it's a pretty easy one, very linear. And now finally, let's look at socializing. So socializing, we see the value starts very high. I think that's the highest figure for any pastime in among any age group, so 58 for teenagers. And it moves significantly down, so it's only to 8 hours by those aged 50 to 59, and then it grows slightly in the 60 years and older group. So we might say that not for every category, but if we compare it to the reading trend, which is just a trend of increasing popularity, socializing seems to become less and less popular. So let's use a transition like, say, however. The opposite trend was seen for socializing. Okay, with teens allotting staggering, let's call it staggering, 1 hour, 58 hours per month to pastime. Declining figures of 26, 14, 12, and finally 8 monthly hours are seen among the subsequent age groups. Okay, now we just want to qualify that the number of average monthly hours goes up slightly for those 60 years and older. So a slight increase in popularity to 12 monthly hours was. Oh, I've got to be careful here. I'm switching tenses. We're seeing. I hope I didn't do that anywhere else. Okay. A slight increase in popularity to 12 monthly hours was experienced among those 60 and older. Okay, so I think here we've got a pretty good representation of the data. So let's go back up to the top and read through this response once and ensure it's in keeping with the data source. The table illustrates how leisure time was spent in Ottawa among different age groups in the year 2009. The popularity of most activities appears to vary widely between ages. Okay. And I know some people are going to ask why this is in present tense, but we're just referring to at this moment when we are looking at this table, it appears to us that the popularity varies widely between the different ages. At 42 monthly hours, internet, computer, and television use among teenagers was the highest for all age groups in 2009. This number was only 32 for those aged 20 to 39 and 27 for those 40 to 49 years of age. The lowest rate of engagement for this pastime was seen among those 50 to 59 years of age at 25 monthly hours. A figure of 36 monthly hours was recorded for those 60 and older. The popularity of exercise, however, moved in tandem with age as figures of 15, 17, 22, and 23 monthly hours were noted for the first 4 age groups in the table. Significantly smaller values of 18 and 15 monthly hours are seen among those 50 to 59 years of age and those 60 and older, respectively. The popularity of reading increased in an even more linear manner. In order of age group, 16, 21, 22, 24, 26, and 33 monthly hours were reported in 2009. However, the opposite trend was seen for socializing, with teens allotting a staggering 58 hours per month to the pastime. Declining figures of 26, 14, 12, and finally 8 monthly hours were seen among the subsequent age groups. A slight increase in popularity to 12 monthly hours was experienced among those 60 and older. I hope you found that lesson helpful. Thank you for listening and have a nice evening.